Ever wanted to be a part of the movie you're watching? Fight with Lara Croft, drive in a car with Stuart Little, or swim in the ocean like Banjo? In a few years, you may just have the chance. An Australian university and a German digital research institute have pioneered a new form of interactive cinema. An interactive cinema prototype will have its first showing in Melbourne, Australia in November. It will allow viewers the chance of not just watching a film, but immersing themselves in it by controlling what they see and hear. The project is called II Cinema, or Interactive and Immersive Cinema. What interactive cinema allows is the chance for people to test out various scenarios, rather than just being stuck with one. And it looks as if there's going to be plenty of choices: running in a landscape, climbing a mountain, or taking a tour of a grand mansion. The interactive and immersive cinema prototype is a 360-degree cylinder screen with a rotating platform at its centre. A projector on top of the platform projects the film onto the screen, while the viewer can rotate the platform or zoom in to particular points of interest in the image. In a sense, the viewer becomes the director and the editor of the film. The image is created by using multiple cameras and then stitching the images together in post-production, creating the illusion of a seamless 360-degree panorama. It is unlikely it will replace traditional cinema in the short term, rather becoming another form of what we know as cinema. The first showing will take place in November, when a prototype is unveiled at the Australian Centre for the Moving Image in Federation Square, Melbourne. It will be there that viewers will be able to surround themselves in panoramic Melbourne streetscapes and blend in with the whole cinema experience. I wonder if they're working on scratch and smell cinema.
The Australian emu. We could be staring in the face of one of the most natural and most ancient medicines. It was first used by Australian Aborigines to heal wounds. Today, its used worldwide in treating ailments such as rheumatoid arthritis, has been hailed as an aphrodisiac, even a miracle cure for cancer and for ageing. Read the literature. There's probably nothing that a good dose of emu oil won't fix.
It doesn't matter how fast you'll go, he will try and overtake you, and then when he's in front of you, he won't. Ah, they're the grubbiest things in the world. Drug administration, if you read their website, and because they did reasonable.
You can buy it in a gloss, capsule or cream to cure eczema, muscular aches and pains, even dermatitis. Its uses are so endless. You can even have it in an emu pie. All in the name of good health. But it's all just word of mouth. There's no scientific proof that emu oil actually works. A team of researchers at Australia's Adelaide Women's and Children's Hospital have been studying emu oil in a bid to determine once and for all whether it's all that it's cracked up to be. Led by Dr. Tony Ferranti, they've conducted extensive mouse trials, and they're about to embark on human clinical trials using emu oil to treat rheumatoid arthritis. We know that this may very well stop or calm down the inflammatory process, and it means someone with rheumatoid arthritis is less likely to see pain and is likely to get more movement out of the hand and out of the feet and the knees, he says. But knowing that it does work is only half the battle. Researchers need to identify exactly what the mystery component is that makes emu oil effective in relieving inflammation. 57-year-old Robin Vieras isn't concerned with the know-how. He's had chronic arthritis in his back and finger joints for almost 5 years. He was on the verge of giving up work. A couple of years ago, Vieras threw away his pharmaceuticals and now takes only emu oil. He says he can feel the pain come back within a few days of not taking a capsule. In Australia and the United States, the medicinal benefits of emu oil cannot be advertised unless there's scientific proof that it works. In the meantime, a worldwide multi-million-dollar emu industry hangs in the balance until modern science can come up with a good oil on an ancient remedy.
The latest in 5-star hotels seems certain to make a big splash when it opens soon. Check this. The 200 rooms are actually on a super yacht, complete with restaurants and bars, swimming pools, spa and cinema. All deliveries and collections, including laundry services and food and drink supplies, will be via barges that will load and unload using a special dock within the ship. Designers are hoping to have similar hotels floating in some of the world's major cities within a few years. If planning permission is granted, construction of the yacht will start immediately, and the hotel ought to be ready in around a year.
Every year, China chomps its way through billions of disposable chopsticks. But now, environmentalists are hoping to change all that by persuading chopstick lovers to change to greener utensils. Where there's food in China, there's chopsticks, billions of them. Each year, China's food lovers use and then discard about 45 billion pairs of chopsticks, most of them after a single meal. It was in the mid-1980s that throwaway chopsticks, produced from birch or poplar, began to replace the reusable kind because of fears of hygiene and disease. But in recent years, concern has grown over the 25 million trees it takes to supply China with chopsticks and the impact on the nation's dwindling forests. 2 years ago, Beijing's elite Tsinghua University became the focus of a unique initiative. Environmental science students persuaded campus canteens to replace throwaway chopsticks with recyclable spoons. The spoons are made of plastic because the canteens cannot ensure metal spoons are properly sterilised after use, but the plastic ones can be recycled into other products. Many of our classmates always used disposable chopsticks, and we knew that they were very wasteful of wood and trees from China's poorest areas, and were a waste of natural resources, said Li Yu, one of the main inspirations behind the Go Green movement at Tsinghua. But not everyone was in favour. At the beginning, when they stopped using disposable chopsticks, some students voiced their opposition, but most of them understood why it needed to be done. Some students complained that it was impossible to eat certain food, like noodles, without chopsticks, while others said the spoon cut their mouths. But the students persevered, and now all 15 canteens at Tsinghua use the spoons, which are cleaned and then recycled into other plastic products. The only exception is for noodles. People are also encouraged to carry their own personal chopsticks with them wherever they go. Other Asian nations like Japan and South Korea have also been criticised by environmentalists for their throwaway chopstick habit. So much so that South Korea has switched mainly to metal chopsticks. But Japan still prefers the disposable kind. A change as big as this one is significant.